Today's EXA release contains a powerful new feature for arranging and organizing your loops into something called a section. You could think of this like a verse or a chorus or a bridge of a song, and you can play all the loops in a section together as a unit. This section is empty, so let's make some loops to fill it up. Once you have some loops, you can grab one, and when it gets close enough to the section, it'll snap right in place. From there, you can drag it left and right to change its starting position, or you can pull it back out to become a standalone loop again. Once you have more than one loop in the section, you can also move it up and down to change the order of the rows. As soon as a section contains at least one loop, you get a ringer that can start and stop the playback. Each row gets a playhead, and you can see that the loop waits to start playing until the playhead reaches the loop, and from that point, each row loops independently of the other while the entire section stays in sync. If we grab one of the rows and move it, when we release it, you can see that the playhead updates to keep the entire thing in sync. Even though a loop can be contained inside of this section, you can still select it and use the loops menu as usual. There's a new volume slider here that changes the relative volume of a particular loop, and you can see this indicated visually by the note events fading to a gray color. There's also a new within section menu where you control the number of times that the loop will repeat during the section playback. By default, the loop will repeat forever, but if you uncheck infinite, you can choose the number of times the loop will repeat. The section displays these light gray lines for each repetition of the loop, including a taller line for the stopping point. The section width grows to include all of the loop repetitions, but it will not do that if the loop is infinite. A section has two types of playheads. The first is for the row, the second is for the loop. The loop's playhead is taller and brighter and stays within the loop's chart. The second one continues to the right along the row until that row reaches a stopping point. There's also a new sections menu that works just like the loops and ringers menus. You just have to select one or more sections, and from there you can modify them with the menu. We have right now just one setting here for volume, and that affects the entire section's volume, so you can fade in and fade out. We also have the selection menu where we can deselect all of the selected sections or delete the section. Just be careful with that because it will delete all of the loops contained inside of the section. This release also had a couple fixes. The application menu's two buttons here now will make a sound and give you a haptic tap when you select them. The second fix is that a loop will no longer wrap around and play the first note in the loop when it stops in once mode. The Sections menu also has a Create Section button that's always available, but it's only enabled if there are no empty sections in the scene. If there are empty sections in the scene, you should use those ones first. And so now you can see that that section button is disabled, and we can take things from one section and bring them to the other.